What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Pyrostasis here, and today I'm going to show you guys a few of the cool features that we have enabled on the faction server. Some of you guys may be familiar with factions, some of you guys won't, and for those of you who aren't, I wanted to show you the commands that will let you get started. Now, the first thing you want to do if you're going to create your own faction is obviously /F create. That will create your own faction. I already have my own faction, so we're not going to go into that. Once you've got the faction created, you can invite people with /F space invite or INV, and then they can join by /F space join space your tag. So for like instance, my clan's name or faction's name is TDK, so /F space join space TDK would get you into my clan if I had invited you. Now, there's a lot of specific features that are open for the factions. Fshow, this is one of the big ones. It's going to show you your description. It's going to show you how to go about joining. Now, there's two ways. If you have invitation required, then you have to invite somebody, and then they have to type /join your tag. If you turn invitation required off, then anybody can join your faction at any time. I would recommend not using this feature because then an enemy can join your faction, come in, break shit, screw things up, leave, and then you're screwed. So I would recommend not doing that. You can also see your allies with Fshow, your enemies, who's online, who's not offline. And the key thing is right down here, your land power, max power. Land shows how many chunks you've claimed. Now, we've got 20, so that's 20 chunks. That's 20 16 by 16 by 256 chunks. Now, 256 may not be the total, but it's everything from the top to the bottom on that chunk. And I'm going to show you guys how that works here in just a second. The other thing is power and max power. Now, power, each person in the game has the possibility of having either +10 power or -10 power maximum. As you die, you lose power and you get weaker and weaker and weaker. And as you go longer without dying, you gain power. It's a time-based system. I believe it's 1 point every 5 minutes. So dying kind of hurts. You know, if you die once, it's going to take you 10 minutes to recoup that loss. Now, it takes 1 power to claim a chunk. So, like my clan, we have 50 power, so we could claim 50 chunks. That's a pretty decent size of land. However, the enemy team could come in and attack us and stop us from being able to keep land. And as you lose power, the enemy can take your chunks away from you. So if the enemy is raiding you and you lose, let's say, 10 power, they can start claiming chunks inside your base and lock you out of your own stuff. So keep that in mind. It's something you want to be very careful with. Now I'm going to show you guys the claim feature. /F claim. What this does is it claims this faction from the wilderness. And what this means is this area right here is mine. The only people who can attack me here are hostile players. So if somebody's neutral or non-factioned, they can't hurt me, but I can hurt them. Enemy players can declare war on you, though, and then they can get you tagged. Now let me show you how this works. I'm going to be walking over here at any second. There we go. Wilderness and TDK. Wilderness, TDK. So right here is going to be the edge of my border in one direction. And we'll head back over here in the other direction. And boom, there it is again. Wilderness. And so it's going to be right about there. Whoops. And then we'll head over here. And you can use this to kind of plot your little spots. So we know right about here is the other edge. And that means right over here is going to be our final edge. Right there. And I don't think that's quite... Whoa! Nice little hole there. Jesus. I'm going to go ahead and block that off so nobody else accidentally just falls in the big-ass hole. So anyways, once you've got this claimed, all of your stuff on here is protected. So an enemy player can't come over and break this block, for instance. It won't work. They can't loot a chest. They can't use pressure plates, I believe, but they can't open doors. So if you put a door up, they can't come in. They're not going to be able to come in and take your stuff. So ideally, you want to seal yourself in, at least in part of your territory, so you have a quote-unquote safe room to retreat to if you're being overrun. And that's going to be the main chunk you're going to want to defend. The other thing is enemies have to claim territory on the outside of your area as they move in. So if the middle of your base is your safe room and that's where you're fighting, they can't just claim your safe room, but they can claim everything on the outside as they surround in on your center territory. So keep that in mind. This is why /protect and lock@, are not needed on this server, because you're not going to be able to bust up anybody's stuff as long as it's claimed. Anyways, if for whatever reason you decide you want to release a claim, you just type /f unclaim. Boom, the land is unclaimed, and now it is all wilderness. And that's pretty much all there is to the factions setup. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the server. We would love to have you guys on here. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment, send me a private message, or you can always contact me in game. The server information is going to be in the description below. I actually got it right this time, so you won't be connecting to the wrong server. And we hope to see you guys on. Anyways, as always, if you like this video, please click that like button. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my other videos, tips, tricks, and guides. And I'll catch you guys in the next clip.